Alright, I've been yakking about the guys coming from work for quite some time now, pretty much since I fell off the barn. But anyway, today we got together, 5 guys from work came, and I'd like to give a special thanks to Mike, Brad, Jeff, Shane, and Rick. You guys did a phenomenal job today. Appreciate you, you guys getting in front of the camera. Really appreciate it. Those guys did phenomenal. But they're moving kind of quick for me to run around with the camera a lot, but we did get some really good drone shots. We got a couple decent snippets of regular, got some time-lapse stuff, so it shouldn't be too bad of a video. But anyway, they were able to get half of the purlin plates set in place on the queen post bents today, and that's really exciting because now I can put rafters on the western side of this building for the lower half of the gambrel roof on this side. They brought all the remaining timbers inside for me, so they're all set up on sawhorses, ready for me to right in a place where I can cut no problem. That'll be really nice because I can do that without having to lift and lug on them, which is awesome. But I wanted to have everything done for them when they came, but unfortunately I just have not been able to work out here like I used to, and but that's the way it is. Now there's one glaring glitch in this project today that you guys will see. It was one of those decisions on the fly where do I take it down and cut a whole new one, or do we put it up there and do some filler scarfs to go in there. I chose to do some filler materials. Now what happened is generally when I do scarves for something like this, I prefer to get them all stretched out, you know, cut my scarves in, then stretch them out, and then lay the timbers in from there. Takes the math out of it, makes it a lot easier to do. But unfortunately, not being able to get up the ladder and take my own measurements for these, I think I messed up in the math somewhere. We were off by 10 inches, so that was probably an addition mistake I made. So what I'm going to try to do for the remaining ones, I have all the measurements written down. They measured it for me, what I needed today when they were up there, and hopefully I can do this a little more accurately than I wasn't very happy about it. Let's put it that way. Those guys got it set up there in place. It was looking good. And they said, oh, we have a problem. Well, I step out and look up. It's like, oh yeah, we have a problem. You can't miss it. But as of right now, it's timber locked in there really well. I'm going to get the pieces. I'll make the pieces to fill in there. We'll try to get a nice tight fit. Would I generally do that? No, I would not. I definitely wouldn't do that, but I don't have any more timbers, and it's one of those things where I have to live with it. Fortunately, there's not going to be a ton of load on it up there. The roof is steep enough. I should really never have any snow sitting on top of that thing, and be honest with you, you guys notice the wind around here. Wind is strong enough around here, it keeps the snow off of everything. So basically, those 8x8 purlin plates, they just need to support the weight of the sheet metal and fight against the wind. So I'm not worried about it structurally. If it ever becomes a problem, I will put a piece of angle iron up there, stretch it across, and I'll do it like that. It's one of those things, it's up really high, not going to see it too often unless you're really looking for it. So, but it's also one of those things I can't hide. I tell you, I noticed since getting back to work in the frame, with everything that's gone on this summer and spring, I'm not as sharp mentally yet on this process as I was 6-8 months ago when I was doing it every day. I mean, we had a very long hiatus from timber framing and just measuring in general. So, no excuse, it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to quit chattering at you. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, there's going to be a lot of music, but for those of you who don't like the music, the drone doesn't record sound, so I really can't just put a big silent block of stuff in here. But it was some really good footage, so I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you on the other side.
Should I try to put this side by the straddle? See if I get underneath
against that.
That one up there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right up against that turn.
Step it up. Ready, Shane? Yep.
Is it up against it?
Yep.
All right. Now I'm gonna go up with mine and try to set it on top of the pan.
Okay.
Alright, so you want us to
Hold on. I gotta beat this up. Go ahead and pick up just a little bit.
Don't know where your radio is.
You want us high enough to get up over top of that thing?
Yeah, pick it up. Just don't set it on it yet because you'll screw me.
So,
Pick it up. Okay. Get off. All right, now go ahead and set yours on. Just like that. Yeah. And before you put all the weight on it.
Yeah, what do you mean?
it's starting to slide on it.
Yeah. All right. Now you can let go, Rick. You can let go. Just make sure that tenon goes into that mortise there.
Yeah.
Alright, so right now,
Just
this gotta be pulled over.
yeah, just pull it over a little
You
bit.
got that?
Yeah.
You know how nice it is to see that on there?
Hey Jim, I need that mallet.
Okay, there should be, look around up there should be a post mall up here.
Alright, so I can pull this over and we can get into this one.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna hammer it.
Yeah, instead of keeping away from that cable.
Just grab the chain. Grab the chain right here.
That what?
You just grab the chain and pull on in there.
I got this. Okay, go a little bit more.
Yep. All right.
Good.
Yep.
We're good.
That's a shame, that was a really nice fit too on that one.
That was perfect. That was the best one of the bunch.
Hopefully this next one fits as well.
Want to get that 6 foot right in the middle, Jeff? We may not need it, but put that right on the ladder, Mike.
Thanks, bro. You're there.
Yep. Hold it back.
Hold on. All right, I'm up. All right, come out. Can you hold it there?
Nope, I got you. You want to take it?
No. He's helping in Maryland.
Your way.
I'm just waiting.
I think you're gonna have to get it over it and drop it in.
Yep. Higher.
Yep, pick it up.
Yeah, you want to straddle that? You want me to get on that end? I'll straddle that thing here.
Get this here.
He's got locked on.
Oh, we gotta get this brace in here. Hold on.
Where's that fucker? I can get on that one.
Yeah, you're about this far off.
Yeah. I can't believe that. That really sucks. Nothing like having to put a. Sorry, Cole.
Yeah, just edit that part out.
Yeah.
When you go through the final part of the project, just make that part fuzzy.
I do that plenty. there's plenty of mistakes, but they're usually like tiny.
Once you fill it in, you won't even really notice it.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I've got plenty of blocks to do it with.
Well, I'll film a commercial up here, get us some endorsements. Dr. Pepper. Better than Dr. Thunder.
Refreshing sugar water with carbonation. You guys
You're
ever
almost
see
up
those,
here.
crack
No.
commercials?
Yes, you were.
Yes, I was, but I got scared.
All
They
right.
got the
I get
if
super
soda
scared.
advertising was truthful or honest.
You do it a couple times and you won't even think about it.
Which one were we
I
talking
got-
about, Shane? The
I got up here twice.
Old Navy commercial?
No, yeah, Kmart.
Kmart. I shit my pants! Yeah. I shit my daughter's pants.
I even shit my drawers.
All right, so there you have it. It was an awesome day. You know, it was good progress day. Those guys, they got a feel for what I've been doing here, and most of them, like, how the hell have you done this by yourself up to this point? And kind of gives you a real sense of accomplishment when you have 5 guys here doing the work I was doing. But they shined, man. They did an awesome job. I'm just so excited to have them here. I tell you what, you really find out who your friends are pretty quick. And those guys were just phenomenal today. They're all busy. That's why I never ask people for help around, because everybody's so busy around here. Those of you who live in a winter-like climate like we do here, everybody gets wrapped up, that springtime to fall, everybody is just balls to the wall trying to get their own projects done, because really, in the grand scheme of things, winter just shuts a lot of things down. And we probably spend half of our time here preparing for winter. Like my cows, I spend all summer in a hayfield most years because I need that feed for the winter time. A lot of us spend time cutting firewood because we need that heat for the winter time. All those projects, they add up, and then you throw a building project on top of that you want to get dried in and all that before winter comes. So people's time is very valuable around here, and for those guys to give a day up to help me out was phenomenal. Now, they're all coming back when I get these cut, so I'm going to be working on these throughout the week. I go back to work the week after this coming week, so I've got to try to get as much of this done as I can. And when I have these cut, they're going to come back. We're going to finish this thing up, and then next time you guys see a couple videos from now, we'll be slinging rafters. This week I'm going to try to pick the rafters up. I'm going to start getting things measured out, stuff like that. We're just going to go from there and hope for the best. But anyway, hope you guys like that little glaring mistake you saw there too. I'm sure the comments will blow up on why the hell did you leave that. But guys, if I was doing this for somebody else, I would have just ate another timber. But right now, I just can't. I can't afford to go buy another timber right now to do that. And I'm pretty sure I can fix it. It'll be fine. If I was worried about it or had any reservations about structurally how that thing's going to work, believe me, I would not have left it up there. One idea I had floated was moving that entire queen post bent backwards, and those guys came up with that idea instead, because what would have happened, that one would have fit, but the last timber, which fit perfectly, would not have fit. So it's kind of a juggling act there. If it was one of the top plates on the walls, no way. That would have come off there. I would have bit the bullet, had to cut a new one or buy a new one. If it was one of the big tie beam timbers, no way. So you really, if you have a mistake like that, you better really consider what it's being used for, what the loads are going to be on it, and act accordingly. If it's one of the major members, and that's a fairly major member, but like I said, you got to think of the load that's going to be on that timber, and really it's not that much where that thing is, so I'm really not worried about it at all. I'll scab a piece if I have to down the road. Like I said, it's really high in the frame. I'm not that worried about it. But anyway, enough of me yakking. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We've got more to come. And just think, once all this is built and dried in, we've got all the finish stuff to do in it and the shop set up. So we have plenty of content for a long time to come. So anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next one.